Oh, right, the act. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados Courtroom. We are gathered here today to discuss all the talk surrounding Meghan Markle's alleged adult tape. Let's get into it. Now, there are two schools of thought. One, there already exists a tape that is about to be released any moment now. And number two, that Meghan Markle might be going into this adult entertainment industry and creating her own tapes in the future. Okay, so I heard all the rumblings going on the internet. I heard a lot of comments from you in my last live. And I went on a deep dive, girl, and found a one Kevin Blatt. Kevin Blatt is known as a fixer or a broker of adult tapes. His resume extends as far as from Paris Hilton to more obscure individuals and celebrities. His whole thing is that he will either work on behalf of celebrities or he will work on behalf of the extortionist. My words, not his. Whichever is more lucrative for him, that's who he'll go with. He came out in the last 1 to 2 years doing these interviews, small and large, to reach as much of an audience as he can because I guess business is not doing so well. And he wants to make sure that anyone can come to him and tell him their story and present to him their tapes, girl. It's all about self-promotion. Now, in these interviews, he likes to talk about all of his work, what he's done, all the deals he got cut out of, like the Kim Kardashian deal seems to be a sore topic with him. Some of these podcasts, he does talk about the Meghan Markle project, should we call it? The Meghan Markle deal. In regards to this Meghan Markle tape, he says he's seen it, he has 2 screenshots from it, and we will discuss the screenshot argument a little bit later, so please stay tuned. And that he may or may not, in some interviews he says, well, I may or may not have possession of the tape as well. What he doesn't talk about, however, is that there are a lot of new laws about revenge porn with a P, that you cannot just go around extorting people and threatening people that you have tapes on them. Revenge of this photographic nature is non-consensual. It is sexual cyber harassment, and it is the act of sharing intimate images or videos of someone online without their consent. Laws addressing this issue exist at both the state and federal levels, with all 50 US states and Washington, D.C. having laws prohibiting the distribution or production of non-consensual pornography. Federal law also now provides a remedy for victims, allowing them to file a federal lawsuit against those who disclose such images. These are laws now to protect people who can't handle that kind of stress, who a lot of them are unaliving themselves really because they cannot imagine surviving the embarrassment of everybody seeing their most intimate moments in these home videos that they have made the mistake of making. But anyway, let's get to the Meghan Markle tape. What was in it that he saw? He claims that he saw Meghan Markle, a Floridian photographer, and her Cartier Tank Francais stainless steel watch. That is the watch that she bought herself when she made her first big paycheck on Suits. We know about it. She engraved it with "To Meghan from Meghan" or some kind of nonsense like that. And those are the things he saw. Oh, right, the act. So in this home video, she is performing an act on the photographer where she is orally pleasuring his bottom.
Paid out my ass, treat all my bras like trash.
So how does Kevin Blatt get involved in the Meghan Markle adult tape? He claims that the tape was filmed in around 2011, 2012. He can't quite remember when, but we know that around that time, she was in between boyfriends. Trevor Engelson to Corey Vitiello to somewhere in between there. And then in 2018, he gets a phone call via good old-fashioned Skype from a mysterious, very wealthy Canadian businesswoman out of Toronto, Canada. And she says that she has possession of this tape. The reason why he keeps mentioning how wealthy she is because he wants you to know that she wasn't in it for the money. She was a scorned woman, if you will. And that is why I just mentioned about those laws that are now in place protecting people. This gets very complicated. She calls him and she says she has this tape and what can we do about it, basically. And then he says, well, basically, we got to get in touch with my lawyer and I have to reach out to Meghan Markle's lawyers. Now, this woman, this Canadian savvy businesswoman, is also very stealth and very private. And she keeps calling him and contacting him from burner phones. To which she literally burns a phone after speaking to him. He has no way of contacting her back. All the messages are like disappearing and she's on all these different platforms that you cannot save anything. He tries to reach out to her email address or get an email address from her so that he can send her an NDA since they're going forward with this project. And he can't even get that from her. But he does reach out to, like I said, his lawyer and then Meghan Markle's lawyer. Now, Meghan Markle's lawyer's response was that A, there's no tape, and B, it's not Meghan Markle. Kevin Blatt, in his professional capacity that he knows what to say, he knows how to play the game, is like, well, how do you know it's not her if you haven't seen the tape? To which Meghan Markle's lawyer told him to F off. And they don't respond to him and they don't contact him again. This woman is very difficult to get in touch with as well for Kevin. But she does get back in touch with him to tell him that after he's contacted Meghan's lawyers, the Floridian photographer who actually was in the video is losing his mind. He's called her, everything's gone pear-shaped, and the deal is off. They're not going to do this tape anymore. It's not happening anymore. All these years later, he starts giving these interviews because he starts giving these interviews around 2023, 1 to 2 years ago. And to me, I said to myself, self, you're honorable, Leilani of Barbados. Why did he take so long to start talking about this if, everything went pear-shaped and it was over with? Well, I think that he was probably waiting for somebody to pay him off. He was probably sniffing around, trying every angle to get somebody to pay him off so that he doesn't talk about it. And he was being quiet and respectful until such time that he was paid. But I guess he wasn't paid. So he started going on all these platforms. And when I tell you all these platforms, you understand why I'm not going to specifically name everybody. It's so many different interviews that he's done. So I'm just giving you a recap of everything. I don't want to judge him too much, but he does come across very sleazy. He comes across a little bit untrustworthy in that it sounds like he's exaggerating a lot. He's giving this aura of Hollywood sleaze, which is fine. That's the corner of the entertainment industry that he's in. I know you're going to tell me, Leilani, what to expect. But I just watched a lot and I just had to say that that's how I felt about him. And he himself says, either you love me or you hate me. There's no in between. And whenever people say that, I always think that they're more hated. I don't know. Listen, the next thing that happens, right, is the most embarrassing thing ever. I found in this interview that he suddenly shows these 2 screenshots that he's talking about. I don't know if it's the same screenshots that he's purporting are from the home video with the photographer, Floridian man, but he just shows these screenshots on his phone. And if you look at the screenshots, you can see that there are these message bubbles. So obviously he's talking to somebody and sharing screenshots with him. Something is happening with those bubbles. You look at the screenshots and you're like, that doesn't look like a home video to me. And the interviewer actually says, hey, that's from that movie that Meghan Markle did. She did a cameo in a movie where she did an intimate scene with an actor, and that's from that movie. And then he says this.
Wait, so you're saying that this is from a movie?
Eliminated.
When I tell you secondhand embarrassment, okay? This man has been saying he's the guru. He does all this fixing. He's doing all this money making for people. And then he hasn't even done his research. When you look at this, you can see that this is from a movie, from the lighting, the makeup, the hair. This is a movie. Why, if you have seen the video, Kevin Blatt, why can't you see that this is not from the tape? It almost makes me feel like he hasn't seen the tape. Why would you not have done your research to verify that anyone who is sending you screenshots or the actual video, that it is not being passed off as something she's done in the past, whether it's a Suits intimate scene or another intimate scene. Why would you not do that research? And I'm not saying that she doesn't have a tape. I'm just saying it's not the message, it's the messenger. I don't think he should be the one talking about it because he doesn't seem trustworthy, especially if he doesn't even know that much about her. You gotta do the research and say, oh, hey, Joe Blow, thanks for sending me that video, but it's actually a scene in Suits. Go to hell. You know, stop wasting my time. I don't know. This man, I felt so embarrassed for him because he was so tooting his own horn. He's so this and he's so that, justifying what he does, all of it. And then he makes his blunder. So I'm not saying that he doesn't know about a tape or anything like that. I'm just saying I don't think he has it. And I'm not sure if he's even seen it. These 2 screenshots were sent to him in 2018. And as I said, he doesn't speak about it until a year ago. Fast forward to 2025. Why is this all coming up again? Enter Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan responds to the twerking video. And his comment was, we're about 2 months away from the SEX tape. This went completely viral. And then he went on his show, uncensored, and doubled down on his belief that this tape is imminent.
I think your tweet about a sex tape coming next is quite disgusting
inevitable
and incredibly misogynistic.
Inevitable.
How could you possibly
Inevitable.
think that? Why?
Would you bet your lifetime savings?
Yes.
There will be no sex tape accidentally leaked to turn her into the Kim Kardashian of
I
the
would
royal
defend
family?
her releasing a sex tape.
Remember,
That
it's
would be
always
her choice.
accidental, isn't it?
Honestly, if she wants to start an OnlyFans, I'll be the first to sign up.
I would just like to say that that gentleman that just said he would sign up for a website that she would be selling adult content on is crazy, because Meghan Markle does not match the demographic to capitalize on that. As desperate as she might be, she's done, she old, she tired, she through. There's no way that she can make money, at least not consistently. Maybe there would be a first splash like, oh, what is she doing and stuff. But I don't even think that. I think that she cannot make money in that arena at her age and stage in life. Now, if you want to question whether she has the constitution to walk around on 2 legs as a mother and as a duchess and actually deal with that humiliation, I think she does. This tweet, after the embarrassing Ellen DeGeneres appearance, says, it wouldn't matter if she didn't use her title. This is no duchess. This is Meghan Markle play acting for the cameras as usual. I think she has absolutely no shame, and I think that I would go as far to say that she might have a humiliation fetish, and that comes to point 2. Is she going to do anything in the future? Well, this guy says he'll watch. I don't even believe him. But anyway, that might be something that she will do out of desperation. What do you think? I'm going to leave you with a verdict on this one. Do you think, 1, she does have a tape that is about to come out, or 2, that she is going to make content in the future? Or actually 3. How about 3? All of the above. Put down in the comments what you think. We have to really analyze this together. I mean, this is just a judicial review, but I want you to tell me what you think of all of this. Remember, this has all come out because Meghan Markle made a twerking video that showed the world that she is not adverse to vulgarity. Everyone's thinking, what's next? What then is she willing to do to get attention, because she needs attention? Anyway, as I said, I'm going to leave it up to you. I don't know what to think. Tell me also what you think of this gentleman, Kevin Blatt. Remember, Meghan Markle is a very litigious person and she has not sued him. Her lawyers knew about him and nothing happened to him. So yeah, just tell me what you think about him. I just try to take everything he says with a grain of salt, because I know he is in a very sleazy industry and trying to make money in that, and I am not au fait with that world. I don't ever want to be au fait with that world, but maybe you can tell me what your take is on just his whole aura. All right, I love you all so much, and thank you all so much for watching me. Bye.